There's this prevailing myth that the teenagers we teach are digital natives. They've grown up with cell phones and computers, and frankly, I think that's baloney. Actually, I know it's baloney. I've watched students, my teenage students, be just completely blown away by the copy paste function on a computer. I've watched students who struggle for many minutes after mistyping a link. You know, they'll do HTTP semicolon and are just not able to figure out what went wrong there. I've seen students pull up Bing, then type the word Google and be confused about where Google went and how to use its search function. So I think that this digital natives concept is an excuse for teachers to be able to implement technology research into their class without teaching the background skills. As an example, before Sojourn, I did a more traditional, a more boring research project in my chemistry class. And after school one day, two students came in to use the computer. They were looking at materials to build a building. The lesson was about ionic and covalent bonding. And I overheard the students say, "What the heck is a plastic wedge?" I guess they had seen that word on a website they were using to research. And the other student said, "I don't know, I wish that Ask Jeeves guy was still around so we could ask him." And the other student said, "Well, why did they turn him off?" They went into this long debate, finally figuring out, oh yeah, there's this thing, Google, that we can use to find this out. But they got so frustrated by the concept of having to search for something and typing it into the browser bar and it wasn't searching. Anyway, long story short, when you implement Sojourn into your classroom, you have to be able to include time to teach search skills. I found great benefit utilizing the search star, which has students search for their topic name plus keywords, such as if my topic is radon, the poisonous gas, the radioactive gas in many basements here in St. Louis, then I'm not just going to search for radon, because there will be the top 5 searches will probably be radon companies. Those are advertisements and not necessarily suitable for use in a Sojourn article. So instead, I'm going to search for radon policy, or radon plus the word research, or radon plus the word news. And that will automatically help me narrow down my research and have it be more targeted websites with better content. So I taught the search star to my students. I also taught them that Wikipedia is an excellent place to begin research. So if I go to Wikipedia and search for radon, I probably won't end up using any of that content in my actual article, but it gives me a foundation for understanding what radon is and will maybe provide some additional information so I can have more specific searches. A conversation that also has to happen, it's very common for students to type in full questions. So if my topic again is radon, it's not going to be a successful search if I type in what is radon, or radon, how does radon affect people? Question searches typically lead to websites like answers.com or Yahoo Answers, and those of course are not credible. So we had a very explicit conversation about how anyone can contribute, not as well maintained as Wikipedia. People are just chiming in with sometimes bogus answers to those questions. So Wikipedia and the answers type websites are definitely things that need to be taught. You can't count on your students coming into your class with knowledge on how to access those.